are being the president of it. So what do you have to say, sir?
New party launched on June 2nd, 2017, the most auspicious day, that is the Telangana Formation Day. We opted the day of Telangana formation for inauguration of a political party. Why? Because the outcome of the state, whatever the formation of the state, is not by a single day or by a single person. It has taken very much, 6 decades of the prolonged sacrifice, protracted struggle of Telangana people. And you know very well the participation by social forces, like the majority of the, whatever the strata of the costs and all this, as well as the people who participated in the movement, were not accommodated or not even given the priority. And unfortunately, in 2014, when Chandrasekhar Rao came into power, before coming to power itself, KCR very much categorically clarified, Telangana Rashtra Samiti will not be no more an Udyama party or struggle-oriented party. It will be absolutely like a pure political Faktu Rajakiya party. So that itself has given the indication that in future Telangana Rashtra Samiti will stand by their own opportunism and their own whims and fancies and their own partiality of the caste, creed, everything, or money. In practice also, before 2014, when there are hundreds of people who has incurred lot of loss due to the movement, they lost their families, relations, as well as they lost the money, they have gone to the jails, and few people, they sacrificed their life, all were there. Despite considering all these things, Chandrasekhar Rao accommodated those people during the movement who pelted stones on the movement, people as well as who directly quarreled with the movement people and abused it so many times. Not only the people who participated in movement and even against KCR, against Kodandaram, everybody. These people were conveniently accommodated in Telangana Rashtra. At that time, as I was the Politburo member of Telangana Rashtra Samiti and worked since its inception and gone to jail so many times. And you know very well, the notorious PD Act was clamped on me. I was sent to Warangal jail. I stayed there more than 1-2 months. And that earlier also, you know very well, before just PD Act also I was put under bars at Nalgonda when my daughter's marriage was there. I was released 1 day before of the marriage. You know well, it's not only Cherukku Sudhakar. There are thousands of students who gone to the jail. There are thousands of leaders who has lost precious important life time. But the accommodation was given to those people who were no way concerned to the Telangana movement. I have given a resignation, I came out and I bombarded very clearly, your party no more will give the importance to the spirit of Telangana, and it is absolutely a party in future will be only for your social groups, particularly you know very well how much the representation of the KCR social sector in Telangana you very well. And in practice also he proved same thing. Entire his family was accommodated and all these things were happened. So after I given the resignation from the party, I came out, okay, we gone to elections and all these things were over. After elections, we around Telangana, gone to every place and we gathered so many of the important people who fought for Telangana. And ultimately on 2015, May Day, that's also you know well, a indication and signal for the self-respect and rights, human rights as well as labor rights. On May Day we started Telangana Udyama Vedika and we gone through the same as we told earlier, a umbrella is needed for the people who struggled for Telangana, who fought for Telangana, and the social forces in Telangana has to unite. and this should be posed against the so-called KCR's Bangar Telangana. A concept going into the umbrella of TRS and KCR is enough to build a Bangar Telangana. Though he may be a traitor, he may be an anti-people, he may be a corrupt fellow, whoever is there and whoever has won from the election by some other party also. For that, we have given an alternative, that is Ujjamakarla Samajika Shaktula Purarekhikarne KCR Bangar Telangana in the local language of Telugu. And that I have told you to summarize what does it mean by. And after that, we have taken a space in entire Telangana. Almost very good number of the people who are also participating in so many open meetings, and we gone to campus and students, because ultimately students were our main this thing. Why? Because they were also very much desperate. It's not only the accommodation for the student leaders in the political arena, it's in their daily life also, in the education field also. The government has given the lowest priority, and particularly as the vengeance, or you can say as the revenge. Because Usmania University students, you know very well, when KCR gone to unto fast to death at Khammam and withdrawn suddenly, those students who actually participated against KCR and denounced his activities, you know very well, Usmania University students. And we don't know, but whatever the reason is there, they have neglected Usmania in such a way. And some of the times, they have given a very, you can say, ridiculous or conspiracy statement like slum people should occupy the Usmania lands, and all these things were happened. And we gone to the students, they are also well responded. We conducted a great meeting on June 2nd of 2016 in campus against the anti-people and anti-student activity of KCR. And before that also, 2016, on April 14th, you know very well that is the birthday of B.R. Ambedkar. From Hyderabad we started a Spurti Yatra and gone everywhere in Telangana. In all district centers we gathered good number of people. And ultimately Telangana Ujjama Vedika became a known organization for people who struggled for Telangana as well as the social forces. And you know very well, there was an Epur Somanna, a popular balladeer, and participated in so many Telangana Dhumdhams. Left the government job in KCR government and came out on June 2nd of 2016 at Usmania. And we together gone to so many places. At Nalgonda, we announced a possible, definite a political party has to come. Though by the inception of the party itself, we used to tell an alternative should be built up, we will take the forefront leadership and all these things. The real materialization came when we announced a political party on June 2nd, why you should not come. In presence of Kodandaram, showing Kodandaram only address in a public meeting. There was enormous response in media also, like you, has given tremendous importance to that. And ultimately in Telangana a news came, a party owning by themselves, like Telangana Inti Party. It was not the main title of the party earlier days when we floated the idea. But the concept is to have a Telangana Inti Party. And we given the call, and before almost 6 months of June 2nd, and we approached Kodandaram, we approached Gaddarna, we approached Vimala, we approached Mandakrishna, so many people. Out of their own limitations, they may not be on the dais of the same day, but they expressed their solidarity. And a possible ultimate, a single platform by coming days. This was happened. So we being, when we floated, we thought of going back itself will discourage, demoralize the strength of Telangana. An alternative should not be discouraged. So we made tremendous effort. We gathered more than 15,000 people in exhibition grounds of Nampalli, and it has given a clear indication, a viable alternative to KCR as a regional party with the social forces, with the people who struggle for Telangana, will stand and go to election and will definitely make dent on the political situation. And definitely, if everybody gives and thrust, it will come into power or not, according to situation, it will go into good alliance and definitely change the political scenario.
So do you think that you'll be contesting 2019, the coming elections in Telangana? So what are your strategies? This is too early to ask, but will you be contesting to the
Why
parliament
not?
also?
Why not? It's not too early. See, we are in now June. Hardly there is another 1.5 years to 2 years. At the most stretch over. 1.5 years is a very little time, we can say. Because a political party should have a vision, should have a plan, should have a manifesto, should have a working team. All these things should be delivered. You can't just dream by coming to power by a single day. Because I am not a matinee idol to make it just roar on the masses and all. So I am a practical person. In my entire lifetime, I was never away from the people. I know the people's pulse and all. We will move to entire Telangana. Definitely, particularly, we target. You know very well, KCR during the movement time, people not believed these, particularly the social sector people, they have not believed because you know very well, I have told also, the great Telangana armed struggle movement also, it is the people, backward class SC and STs participate. They have not got much from that. The credibility gone to the forces who are not much matched to that. And you know what happened in 1969? 1969 was a very bitter lesson than that. Despite 369 people lost their lives and there were huge casualty. Despite that, Chenna Reddy ultimately merged the party with the Telangana Praja Samiti with the Congress, and there was a great betrayal and people suffered at that movement, and always reminding about the wounds made by 1969 and all these things. From that to 2001, 1995 Telangana Mahasabha, Telangana Jan Sabha, Telangana Aikya Vedika to Telangana Rashtra Samiti.
Right.
From Telangana Rashtra Samiti, 14 years struggle by all the people, and particularly the umbrella of Joint Action Committee and People Action Committees. You know very well, Sakala Janna Samay, Million March, so many things. Despite KCR not participated also, because a leader should stay with the people. Right. Even he won't stay also, people will throw him and they will go into the movement. Exactly. That was happened in Telangana movement also. Yeah. So KCR should never at a point of time should not claim whatever the things were happened only under his leadership. It was not happened. In Million March there was no KCR. Right. In Sakala Janna Samay there was no KCR. In so many militant struggles there was no KCR. Even the greatest struggle, whatever happened in Telangana movement, it's despite not participating of the so-called popular leaders also it was happening. And even today we believe, though we may look like a small group now, we know very well the spirit of Telangana and the strength of Telangana and their what we can, the inheritance of the great Telangana armed struggle. Right. They will participate in a great social movement in the coming days. We are very much confident. KCR implementing an absolute feudal rule by giving a huge thrust to the separation of the caste and suppressing the social force, all these things ultimately we coined about, you know very well, Gadi. Gadi is the residence, huge fort of the landlords and these all Dorala. Right. So this Dorala Gadila Palana has to go, and we are making our sincere efforts in coming days. A people's government will come into power under leadership of a front or individually also.
So, are you hinting at something like you'll be doing Arvind Kejriwal in Telangana?
I don't claim I am Arvind Kejriwal or something like that. Telangana itself has got an independent respect and history. Arvind Kejriwal maybe a sincere effort, and particularly land of Delhi, because you know very well the strength of bureaucrats at that place and the caste configuration, social forces in Delhi and the middle class and urban elite and all. Telangana, it's an absolute, you know very well, more, as earlier we claimed about 92% of the people are from the social forces. And we are making a different experiment also, that is inclusion of the most popular community like Reddy community also, because they also have got a good history of participating in movement and they are pro people and all these things. So whoever is pro people in the whatever the cost, we will have an accommodation with them. And particularly in Telangana, there should be an experiment. Considering what he told is, we are the majority, we should come into it. Communist Party, it has given a struggle orientation. And you know very well, AAP has given a space to good governance with not going in elections with huge expenditure of the money and the corruption. And amalgamation of all these components definitely in Telangana will take place. That part, I am very much confident Telangana Entity Party will successfully experiment.
So will you? So what's your strategy for the coming days? Like, will you be going? Will you be doing some door-to-door campaigning, or how is it going to be? How will the Telangana Inti Party go into people?
So simple, I am telling you. Telangana Rasamti was brought and grown under leadership of like us. When Chandrasekhar Rao is busy with his own activity, we have not just left the party for his own whims and fancies. We designed our own programs. Okay. Like that in Telangana coming days also. You know, whatever the Palle Bata, whatever the going to the rural people, or factory Bata, or whatever the Vidyalayala Bata, all these things. Going to the students, going to the working class, going to the Dalits, going to backward class, going to independent caste. And particularly, now we know very well, when the government plundered with so many scams. You know Mayapur scam, you know Naeem property scam, you know so popular your Rameshwar Rao land accumulation, all these things, you know. So unfortunate we see in a state with lot of sacrifices. In combined state, when Shamshabad airport was taken place, nobody knows Shamshabad will be the place for airport. Only few people know that is Andhra Kamas, and particularly Chandrababu Naidu relatives. They taken the lands, paying a small amounts, because innocent Telangana people, Rangareddy people, they don't know what the value of coming days of their land. They have sold it for 50,000, 40,000, 1 lakh like that. And they bought it. After acquisition of the land, only Chandrababu Naidu announced Shamshabad will be the international airport. Today, same Chandrasekhar Rao, with their own social sect, they are operating in financial hub around Shamshabad with the same strategy. Okay. And their same social sect of people already purchased more than 10,000 acres of the land. And you know very well their family also. You can't even imagine the property they have accumulated. Is it the expectation of an Telangana people to see a state limited to only these 4 people as the family members to loot Telangana? Okay. This itself will make a way into Telangana. Because you know very well, when a single family is operating in such a way, an entire budget exchequer is operated by these people. You know very well, out of 1 lakh crores of the budget, 99,000 lakh crores of money is operated by these only 4 people. Is it not enough example to show that how the Telangana is operating? You know very well what does it mean by Mission Bhagiratha. No government in the country is offered to do like that, because It's a colossal waste of the money. You know very well, when you go with your camera and see everywhere in Telangana, you don't find a bus shelter. You may not find a health center. You may not find a school running well. But everywhere you will find a huge pipes going on around the road. Can you imagine that size of pipe of water will go to the villages? Can it be possible even? So Telangana has got already good water supply by rural. Earlier governments, whatever the schemes were there, rural water scheme was there, and there was a good supply of the things are there. I don't say it's not a good scheme, but can we afford to have that much of surplus money?
Okay.
And more than that, pumping of the water requires electricity power. Now our government itself is paying, it's not produced any unit of the power in Telangana. As KCR claims, we are the people, such a great work we have done, that is, there is no power cut. But power cut is not there, no, okay. Your existence of the power is only because of you are getting the power, purchasing power from the other states. And for that, you are paying already 30,000 crores of money per every year.
Yeah.
This itself is a great burden. Again, you are operating with Mission Bhagirath. Again, you are operating non-gravity projects. Can Telangana afford to have the power to purchase from other states? So many, you can say that whatever the unwise things or uniform dictatorial activities, all are there. All in coming days has to be questioned. It is both the ways, like the unilateral, unwise things of done by KCR, as well as their family, as well as the corrupted practices, as well as the modus operandi by those people in Telangana who are no way connected to Telangana.
So you being an ex-Politburo member of TRS party, so do you think that there will be a lot of people, unsatisfied leaders from TRS would be joining?
So many
you?
people are there, you know well, in every meeting at constituencies and district levels, there will be always a regular fight. That is, the people from the day of the inception of Telangana Rashtra Samiti participated, they ask for the accommodation, they ask for the respect, they ask for the mic to talk. But always this is denied by those people, those who are the newcomers from Congress or Telugu Desam, no way connected to the movement, and much of the times it is unfortunate that those people who are denying, they were the people who were beating these people.
Okay. So will they be coming to
So
your
all
party
these
with-
coming days, they have to come to us. There is no another umbrella in Telangana which will stand on side of the people of Telangana who participated for the movement.
any plans of alliances, and how do you see this idea?